We're back, fourth quarter Boyz Sports. It's the illustrious Professor Lake, and we're here again for part 2 of the Chicago Bears Undrafted series. Today, we're going to take a closer look at running back Nick Wilson out of Arizona. We're going to take a look at wide receiver Garrett Johnson out of Kentucky. We're going to get familiar with Ryan Nall, running back out of Oregon State, and Kevin Toliver, the second cornerback out of LSU. This is an exciting time of the year just for a diehard Bears fan. A lot of changes are being made in the front office, coaching staff, free agency, new rookies, undrafted free agents. It's a lot of things going on. This weekend, I believe, we're coming up on the rookie minicamp, so we can take a closer look at some of these players. I'm definitely going to follow up with some news about that as camp goes on. Let's jump right into it, man. Again, curb your enthusiasm. These are undrafted rookie free agents. And, you really don't want to see them, playing in the regular season. If you do, you got a real problem with your first, second, and third stringers. So let's jump right into it. So the first player we're going to talk about is Garrett Johnson, wide receiver out of Kentucky. One of the reasons I think he didn't get drafted was definitely because of his size. At 5'11", 175 pounds, I think a lot of coaches and general managers are really questioning, where we could use him in our scheme. Who can he beat out in the future? And those are serious questions. At the same time, he was the leading receiver for the Wildcats for the past 3 seasons. Again, 539 yards, 48 passes caught in 2017. Those are not astronomical numbers. Another reason why he probably didn't get drafted. In order for him to make the team, he's definitely going to have to be a guy who could get downfield on special teams, maybe even be a return specialist. But that's Garrett Johnson, wide receiver out of Kentucky. I don't want to make any predictions. I wish the best for him. But honestly, man, he's got a lot of competition to go up against. It's a steep hill. And, with Josh Bellamy on the team, if they cut Bellamy, he may have an opportunity to be a gunner in training for special teams, and eventually maybe fill in as a backup wide receiver years down the road. But that's Garrett Johnson, wide receiver out of Kentucky. The next player that the Bears picked up in as an undrafted rookie free agent is Ryan Nall, running back out of Oregon State. To me, he reminds me a lot of Jordan Howard. His size, his ability to break tackles. But the difference between Ryan Nall and Jordan Howard is Ryan Nall is way more of a reliable receiver out the backfield. He's productive for the Beavers. He scored 28 touchdowns over the last three seasons. Like I said, he's a bigger guy. Some project him as being a fullback or in the H-back role in the NFL. I look at him as a guy that makes me feel comfortable with the offense not really losing a step should Jordan Howard, have to miss, 2-3 games. You could put a guy like Ryan Nall in the lineup and you're not really going to miss a step. And if everything works out right for this guy, I definitely could see him possibly, being the number 2 running back behind Jordan Howard. If Ryan Nall is able to continue his pass catching ability for the Bears, show that he can break tackles on the NFL level, I really think that, he may be able to push Benny Cunningham possibly off the roster, which will be surprising, seeing that I want to say he won the Brian Piccolo Award this year, and, the teammates love the guy. Ryan Nall was not drafted by any team. It could be because, the running back position isn't as valued as it has been in the past. He does remind me of a throwback style of running back. I do like him. I think he can give Jordan Howard a run for the money. maybe a year or two down the road. But I like Ryan Nall. I can see him making the team, starting out as special teams, maybe in protection, punt protection, and even in a kickoff return. So I think he will make the team, maybe like one of the last few guys that make the cut. If not, I think they will hide him on the practice squad. But that's Ryan Nall, running back out of Oregon State. One of the more notable undrafted rookie free agents is a cornerback named Kevin Toliver II out of LSU. He has really good size, 6'3", 204 pounds. He only had 2 picks over the last 3 seasons. Some people say that he could have stood to benefit from staying another season. He left as a junior. Others have said that, the reason he fell out of the draft had to do with personality issues, character flaws. He's always been a 5-star recruit, but I think that his work ethic and again his character has really hurt him as far as being looked at as a draft pick. I want to see what type of mind state he attacks this offseason with. That'll dictate a lot in regards to whether he even makes the 53-man roster, which I doubt, or if they put him on the practice squad to develop one more year to get acclimated, maybe to work on his character and his professionalism. But with that in mind, I do want to mention, one of my mocks, I thought the Bears could have drafted him in, maybe in the 5th or 6th round. But, good minds think alike. I'm glad they were able to bring him aboard. If Kevin Toliver can get his attitude straight, could come out and work hard, he definitely has an athletic ability to find himself on the 53-man roster. Going against great competition in college, I think he may be one of the more well-prepared undrafted rookie free agents. That's Kevin Toliver, cornerback out of LSU. The last player that we're going to talk about for the Chicago Bears Undrafted Rookie Series, we're going to talk about another running back, Nick Wilson, out of Arizona. The story with Nick Wilson is that his best year was when he was a freshman. As a freshman, he carried the ball 236 times for 1,375 yards, 16 touchdowns, freshman year. He's 5'11", 5'10", 199 pounds. The next 2 years, he only started 14 times. I think some of it was due to injury, but I really wonder what happened and what initiated the decline in his carries. So over the next 2 seasons, he only carried the ball, I want to say 128 times for 614 yards and 6 touchdowns. And, Arizona's a running team. Will he be able to play special teams? These are questions you got to ask about your undrafted rookie free agents. This is a player that definitely needs to prove himself in the near future, just to find out, was his freshman year a fluke? How are you able to run the ball 236 times and gain this kind of yardage and actually score 16 touchdowns and have a consistent drop-off over the next 2 years? So definitely a long shot. He's a guy that could possibly be hidden on the practice squad. You definitely need players for your practice squad. If he's a shiftier running back, I think that just adds to the competition in practice and getting the defense prepared. Again, these are just some guys. I keep telling you, temper your enthusiasm when it comes to talking about undrafted rookie free agents. I'm doing this undrafted series so you could get acquainted with all of the Bears players before preseason. You have a better idea of who you're looking at on the field and maybe what to expect. Just getting you to be a more informed fan about the Chicago Bears. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about these players. Who should we keep? Who might make the team? Who won't make the team? Who do we keep on our practice squad? Most of these players will get a lot of playing time in the preseason, and we'll definitely be more familiar with them and see who's going to rise to the top by the time they get to making their 53-man cut. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It is the illustrious one, Professor Lake. And I'm for Fourth Quarter Boyz Sports, man. Chicago Bears Undrafted Rookie Series, and we out.